Good evening and welcome to another live stream that will be put onto the YouTubes eventually. We're playing tonight through Xenoblade 3, at least through the opening bit. I don't really think I have an intention of playing through this entire thing on stream, but I do have an intention of playing some of it on stream. This would be the third chance I've given to the Xenoblade series. I have played through one, and oof. Gonna just be honest. Didn't like the voices in that one, especially the repeated dialogue. Then I played through Xenoblade 2. A little too anime for my taste, but here we have Xenoblade 3 that looks like a really nice mix between Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 3, or 2, sorry, whatever. The 1 plus 2 divided by 2 still equals 1.5, but hopefully it's going to be. But yeah, yes, we will apply those changes, and we're just going to start a new game on normal difficulty, because I'm not crazy about playing this game on difficult, so let's go. We can change it later. I'm going to be fiddling with the audio here, so be back in a second.
Come on, hurry up! The Queen's anniversary's gonna start without us, guys!
Yeah! Move your feet! Hop, hop, run like you mean it! Slow down, guys! Is it true, though? There's gonna be fireworks!
Yeah, saw them setting it up yesterday. There were loads of them. It'll be worth it, promise.
I have heard that this game does have a brisk 10-hour tutorial, which isn't probably strictly accurate. It's probably still teaching you new things about 10 hours in, which is fine. I'm not too worried about that. Although that 10 hours is a little much. Now, this is a Nintendo game, so I am also expecting to get copyrighted quite a few times. Yeah, it's a Friday evening to settle in. Really dig the design.
Two colossal martial
Yeah,
nations.
votive probably later.
Kevez and Agnes.
I mean, of course, votive discussion is always welcome on this channel.
What is it?
Digimon Survive.
Water? Food?
I did pick up Digimon Survive as well, but slightly more interested in playing this, at least for now.
But what we need most is life itself. Taking each other's lives, with the taken flames becoming your own in turn. While the other, the one whose essence is stolen, leaves only a husk.
Bombardier! What are you playing at? How can we claim their life if you blow up the whole sparking thing? Cripple them! Aim lower! Yes, sir! Lower and aim, sir!
Yep. Kind of like this opening. It's got really nice scale to it already. There's some games out there that are like, we have a war going on, but you never really see the war. Which to me is like a major kind of issue. You need to see the war. You need to see the depth to really have stakes.
Ionios. Cruel irony that it should mean eternity. Because slowly but surely, our world is now dying. Even though we have yet to realize that fact.
Fortunately, we will not be killing guys as quickly as he is.
Worry about yourself, Noah! There's still more of them!
Even so. Shut it! Stop flapping your gums and move!
Yeah, we've got more incoming.
Rantier, hello. Alright, so now we're going to get into the actual game. Really nice transition. So basically with Xenoblade, I mean, nothing too terribly much has changed in the way it overall feels compared to the combat systems of 2, at least from what I'm early playing on. So we only have access to auto attack for the first little bit. They ease you quite nicely into this game. 8 and 9 shows? Well, I knew about the Final Fantasy 9 show. I had no idea about an 8 show. And sure, it's Final Fantasy Friday for us, but this is close enough.
Keep going. What were they gonna do? Make me
We got our allies here. We're going to keep moving on in the battlefield. Head into our next combat. You can meddle by drawing your weapon. First target an enemy and then press A to draw your weapon to withdraw from battle. Hold A to sheath your weapon. L and R to change targets. Positioning does matter here. If you were curious. We got this first little bit here. We have our 3 main characters from the game so far. Noah, Uni, and Lance. We also have a guest character. I do believe that, at least from I know from watching the previews, that we are capable of having 7 party members. Which seven's a good number. I don't know if you guys know this, but 7's a pretty good number. So now we get introduced into arts. So we can actually get a little bit of bonus damage by attacking them from behind. And at least at the start here, we have 3 different types of characters. We have our healer, Uni. We have us, who is very much the kind of attacker unit. And then we have, last but not least, our tank unit in Lance. Attacking. We're trying to get back attacks because we can do some extra damage. But you can get an idea. You can look around here, and the game looks really good. Runs pretty good from my testing so far. We can also perform attack canceling. So as you get your attack in, if you press one of your art abilities, you actually end up doing a little bit of extra damage, which is a pretty cool way of, even though it's like auto battling, keeping you involved in combat. I'll see if I can't show it here. So like, we wait for our guy to swing. I missed the opportunity. See that flash on the screen. You got it. I mean, Xenoblade is a pretty good RPG in terms of like being like, you know, what you would expect from an RPG. Major storyline and all that, and I just think there are some really big, tough enemies in these games.
Looks like they're busy guarding the artillery. They're not going anywhere. Anyone's moving right now, it's us.
Green, no, that's a totally fine question. The answer is no. Biz deals and JP are poopy.
Let's go! If the front line breaks, we're all dead. But the position!
We can handle this ourselves. Go on, move it.
Should be noted though, this is a very, very story-heavy game with a lot of content in it. So you're one of those, you are going to be putting in some time into this game. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I heard it was like over 100 hours worth of content. And that's not even including the expansion pass. But Monolith is pretty awesome in terms of designing. DL does have better deals, but you guys also pay for it in advertisements. So now we're going to show off these kind of... Yeah, I already explained about it. So we want to get in behind here. We're going to be attacking this guy. We want to make sure that we're nice and well positioned here. Hit from behind so we can charge up our super attack. Get some extra damage from these attacks. So we're going to leave it to our tank. By the way, you do have free, if it's a major sticking point for you in these type of games, you do have full access to choose who you want to play as. Alright, so wait for our next attack. And here is Super One. Nice. Taking this thing down. Yep, this game is pretty awesome so far. I'm just gonna level with everybody before we get too far into this. I did not like 2 so much because it was just way too anime. I enjoy this one more for that it kind of strikes a little bit of a balance between the Like, it's fine to have your fantastical elements and everything, and story. Boy, oh boy, do I just want, didn't want as much anime in this one. Tank's taking a beating here. It's alright, we got it. It is a lot for four incredibly old units. Alright, so we're gonna settle in for a bit of a cutscene here. Yeah, you see, like, the design and everything, and the thing that bugged me about 2, and this isn't like a shit on 2 stream or anything like that. Like, the people who like 2, it's your kind of jam, whatever. The thing that bugged me about 2 was very much that Blades and their partners seemed to be just pairings, like romantic or whatever pairings, and I just didn't dig that so much. Yeah, I mean, Xenoblade is, like, one of the great modern RPGs. Like, if you're talking about, like, actual, like, what Final Fantasy was back during, like, the 7, 8, and 9, I feel like this is a good modern kind of premium RPG series. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of mechanics we haven't gotten into yet. I mean, I'm fine. By the way, we have lots of new blurps tonight. We have lots of new channel point blurps, so feel free to use those as much as you want. Well, within reason. That's serious here. This is Switch only, actually. This is a Switch exclusive. Oh. Oh, fucker. Hold on a sec. Anyway, I mean, I'm pretty neutral on most anime, but I honestly do not like incredibly, how do I say this? There are times when anime works for me, and there's times where anime falls incredibly hard on its face. For instance, I like Komi Can't Communicate, I like Spy Family, I like Eden of the East, I like a fair number of Gundams, but I do not care for I'm trying to think of specifically an example of anime I don't like, but nothing particularly comes to mind. If someone named some, maybe I would comment. Like Evangelion. Like, I like some of the stuff that anime does, but other of it, it's just kind of, yeah.
Too early for that. Look, it's you they're after here.
And Jam, go nuts, man. I gave you tons and tons of channel point options.
They're gonna get it handed to them. Flickering hoop. You're as slippery as Noah sometimes.
Uni. Chick never shuts up. Kite. Range darts.
Easy.
Kind of funny because that comment that he just made was actually the major issue I had with the first Xenoblade. Nobody shuts up ever. No, I mean, I hate using this word, but I don't like stuff that is really cringy. Like, it really, really depends. Anime for me either clicks or it doesn't. But anyway, we got this training scene going on.
Cheers for that. You're a lifesaver, Yoren.
Sparking dead weight. Hey! Change of plan. Kite, you keep firing and don't stop.
Oh, what?
Whatever you want.
Huh?
Go ballistic. Just draw their attention. Because what we're after here is that lame duck.
Yoren? But he's bottom of the class. Why bother?
These guys are assholes.
Brat's still a decent healer. Get it?
Ah, right. So we're playing by the book here.
Pisses me off. But the fight will be good as one.
Yeah!
This guy, I'm so ready to clip his wings. Sword art is definitely one I do not like. Yeah, I mean, you could kind of think of this as a little bit like Game of Thrones in the sense that, yeah, the very
The advantage.
British Australian voices. I can't remember which side they use. Yeah, man. Buster Sword style, right?
They're not in their usual formation.
The Big Sword one is like more the tank style characters.
We're snuffed. Kai's
So we do have a class system in this job, or in this game as well, which will get introduced a little bit later.
Quick thinking, Lance. Lance? Tough guy, but you can't hold out forever.
Spark.
Actually, you know what? Who is talking to me about anime? JM. Yeah, I know. It's a long cutscene. Lots of story in this game.
Lance! You stay put. They want to take you out the running. Yeah, but don't you leave that snuffing spot.
You know what's the perfect example of an anime I hate? Cross Ange.
Why would you?
Just poorly written, like very, very bland, dumb character archetypes. Excuse for TNA and all of that. It's just the worst. Just the worst.
Now you can carry on. You should have done that much sooner.
Something, they are magical world, strong characters, whatever.
Get off me! Had to go and play the hero, didn't he?
You really think you could have taken them?
I think Yoren did the right thing. If he hadn't used his powers back there, you'd have been first out of the running.
Yeah, but still. Didn't have to go get himself killed for it.
Come on. He was trying to protect you. He lured in Garvel's gang, gave us a chance to turn it around.
Ugh.
You know who wasn't up to it? We weren't.
Yeah, but
Just stop it! No more arguing. It's my fault. I should have just done a better job. Then we'd have won.
Hey,
So much for getting to the final, huh? Sorry. I let us down on your big day. I'm so sorry.
What big day?
The birthday.
What?
Whose? Yours, dummy. It's your second term, right? Remember?
Ah.
A win would have been a nice surprise. Lance was pretty fired up too, weren't ya?
Cut it out.
And it's a long cutscene, but you get an idea for who the characters
You
are.
apologize, right? Might do, might not.
We each have a lifespan of 10 years. We call them terms. Life begins with our first term and ends at the close of our 10th. And over the course of those 10 years, we fight continually. Though in reality, there aren't that many who can hold their flame for the whole 10 years. Most lose their lives on the battlefield before they reach year 10. But those who do survive to the end are honored in a special service. We call it the homecoming.
And then we're getting a little bit more backstory
Hey, Noah.
about how long these people live, and essentially that they're weapons bred for this kind of war that seems to be going on between two sides. But, you know, very clearly there's something else going on here.
Get a move on. Quick, we're gonna miss the homecoming.
Essentially, yeah. I think they're born into kind of a adolescent state and grow into young adults by the time they actually go out onto the battlefield. I mean, I kind of like this world because the weirdness and the pieces that kind of just fit together, like it feels almost matrixy, where people are bred, kind of day after tomorrow, of people not living very long, or live time. Yeah, I don't know. Live Die Repeat was kind of anime, but also kind of not.
So cool! I heard the stories, but this is just wild. That's gonna be me someday. Just you try and stop me. You guys too. You're totally making it with me.
Of course.
And you, Noah, right?
Huh? Sure. Yeah, you bet.
Our lives came from the Queen, and we all lived for a chance to take part in the homecoming. The chance to return to the Queen's embrace. Carrying out 10 years of service fighting. That was our whole world. Nobody ever thought to question it. Until that day.
This is very Final Fantasy X.
Do you have to?
Huh?
You shouldn't be sending those guys off like that.
What? Why not?
Why are you like this, Noah? It's Agnes, our enemy.
Well, yeah. They don't have an off-seer, though, to send them.
Yeah, they all bit the dust thanks to us.
So what?
Look, there's no rule not to.
Then what, you're just gonna keep going? I don't get you, Noah.
I know we're putting our lives on the line, but still.
Yeah, we get it already. Friend or foe, someone has to lay them to rest. For that is my role as an off-seer. Right?
Is my voice that deep?
Shot at you. Wasn't trying to be anyone specific. Right. I've had about enough of all this depressing crap. Let's head back and hit the showers. I'm all gunked up with blood and sweat.
Bye, transport. Guess we missed it again.
Oh, bollocks.
Bollocks.
Oh, Noah always does this. How many times is it we've had to walk home now?
Alright, so now we're going to get back in. But another thing that's really neat about the Xenoblade series, some absolutely just amazing environments to roam around in. They're really quite huge. You would not expect it for the Switch to be able to really handle a lot of these environments, but they do it. It does it quite nicely. Monolith is very good about squeezing every ounce of power out of this system. I mean, yeah, I mean, the thing is, Uni and Yance, is it? Uni and Yance feel very much like they are just
All right, let's head back
part
to Colony
of the fold, right? Like they very much know. They're very much part of that lifestyle of like, oh, we are soldiers. We're only meant to do here to do this kind of thing. But yeah, you see all of this. This is pretty much all explorable. Thing is with Xenoblade though, while a lot of the environments are very massive and explorable, they are incredibly deadly. So there was even a warning here. So we got this thing that basically allows us to see kind of the fastest route to our next location. But there was a warning that the fastest route can sometimes take you through incredibly dangerous enemies. And it is not uncommon in a Xenoblade to be wandering through the first area and see level 70 enemies that will just kill you. So if that does happen, you get brought back to your most recent landmark, an important location, which is right here. So yeah, let's go. But yeah, our group is kind of a bunch of a-holes. I mean, they need to start somewhere. You gotta have a little bit of room for them to get better over the course of an adventure, one would say. And we have a jump. And we picking up some stuff here. Get some wood.
Are we the last ones here? Sorry I made you wait.
It's fine. We're used to
So we have a bigger map, but let's get into battle.
Let's give him the usual, Noah.
This one they've made it so that you can just jump right into battle. I want to say that there's a...
Here we go, guys. Right on. Hey, Sparks. I got something for you. Thanks.
And we haven't gotten into the whole thing with days and whatnot yet. When you hit enemies enough in a kind of quick succession, you can basically put them into a state that they are unable to attack or really defend themselves. It's pretty good. For us, not for them. Oh, I believe that's a Butterfree.
Fight with focus. I know, I'll rein myself in. Make this quick. Just come here. I got something for you. You're a lifesaver. Ground, big double pin down. Protect my friends.
As you can see, we also activated a second enemy here. Not really too big of a deal, but pretty cool that you're able to do that. But, I mean, you basically gotta be at least a little bit thoughtful about how you approach the world and enemies in it. So, if you look over there, do you see that? This is why Xenoblade does not screw around. We are in the first area. We are barely into this game, and there's a level 42 enemy. He will murder the well, he'll just murder us.
Here we go, guys. Right on. Make spark.
I mean, we're going to try and pick up a little bit of extra experience here because we can. I want to get in behind him.
Keep going.
So, when's the battle happening?
And you can see lots of
Let's give him the usual, Noah.
enemies wandering around. But the flute seems to be a major part of this game. Big thing.
Come on. Keep going.
Right, let's push on.
Doesn't look like you can get through the environments as cheesy as you can with Elden Ring. Not that was a huge priority, but just kind of a funny observation. I do know that recently Xenoblade 2, specifically the DLC, was a speed run for the most recent GDQ. And you can see we also have these little AoE circles. You kind of got to think about. Just use them thoughtfully.
I could have handled that on my own.
Right, let's push on.
We got a container. What's this? What's this? This is a treasure chest? Right, it's no pawn. Oh yeah, and I have it set to auto. I will say that the option menus is quite nice because they give a lot of customizability as to how the game runs. So they are essentially treasure
I hope we
chests.
can
See
make
what we
use
get.
of this.
Ooh, yes. Equipping accessories. Da 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 da. Okay. Big finger pointing at you. Boost auto attack by 58%. There we go. Yeah, we can see a little bit about. Guess it wants me just to exit. We can go back in. We can see a little bit about each of our characters, what they are good at, what they are not good at. I have no idea how important it is to pick everything up yet, so I'm going to be picking everything up that I can, within reason. Noah's an off-seer, a soldier who helps fallen pass on. Sending off any husk you see on the field will build your affinity with colonies they belong to. So we have a bit of a class. All right, how do we do off?
Such is the off-seer's duty.
Oh, by the way, I guess I'll just pop myself in. I think this will be a good place for the camera. Hi, hello everyone. It is I, Henny Penny. A disembodied voice that you've heard. No idea if there's fall damage. Alright, so if we die, we respawn here.
Fight with focus.
I practically know this one by heart.
Here's a fun fact. You can
You're a lifesaver. Uppercut. This isn't too bad. Nice one, Wanda.
fight while swimming. The technology does exist.
How's about this veteran 10-termer, huh? All right, next. Oh wait, it's over. Here we go, guys.
Let's give him the usual, Noah.
Come here, I got something for you. Thanks. Target blast. Extra.
I need to work on my accuracy.
You're on fire, lad. Now I'm ready to make some waves. Fight with focus.
I practically know this one by heart.
Come here, I got something for you. You're a lifesaver. Extra.
I'm curious about whether or not. Seems like there is a fair amount of voice audio clips.
What were they gonna do? Make me yawn myself?
They've it's the one thing about this game series is that it feels like they always overdo it with the audio. It's just my personal gripe.
You think you're all that, do ya?
Come here, I got something for you. Thanks. Enemy's broken away from me.
I feel like I will hear that voice clip a lot.
Come here, I got something for you. Thanks. Yes.
All figured out.
That was over.
Send him flying.
Get ready to
Hear
fight.
that, Noah? Lads want something a bit meatier.
Come here, I got something for you. You're a lifesaver. Got you. Hey, I'm here.
I have a feeling I'm gonna hear, "I've got something for you."
Make me yawn myself to death.
Alright, we still have a ways to go. Also kind of nice, not much in the way of invisible wall. Oh, look at that dive. Top tier enemy.
No, it's no substitute for a proper bath.
You itching a guitar, y'all? I'll grab their attention so you can circle around their backs.
So this was a tutorial battle. Nice. Level up. Not super Final Fantasy fair, but good enough.
We're just getting warmed up.
Don't auto pick everything up after battle.
This is something decent, right?
Here we go, guys.
Let's give him the usual, Noah.
There's a shiny enemy over there. And maybe this is Pokemon.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
Here we go, guys.
Let's give him the usual, Noah.
Massive hit.
So, when's the battle happening?
They're from Colony 9. Noah, will you do the honors?
I'm entirely sure what the shiny enemy was about. I don't think there was a tutorial for that. Yeah. Apparently there's a tutorial for this. This is just an aggressive enemy. Arts that inflict break followed by arts that inflict topple will topple an enemy. A longer combo is break, topple, daze, burst. Oh, it's being... Oh, the enemy... You can't actually kill the enemy until I complete this tutorial. That is funny. Well, as soon as you give me the ability back, I'll do it.
Well, they were no match for us.
That's kind of cool. They actually made that, oh, their training drill.
You guys are just
That's kind of
too
nice.
strong.
VR set to potentially brush up on things if I ever come back to this game after an inordinate amount of time. Then I guess I can figure it out again by going through those drills. Nice. I actually really like that in a game. Sometimes you, for instance, I haven't played Elden Ring in so long. If I went back to Elden Ring, it would be more of a struggle getting back into it. Having kind of a nice way of figuring out the mechanics again. Always nice. Okay, Elden Ring, it's what it is. I guess we're heading to that, aren't we?
They're from Colony 9. Noah, will you do the honors?
What's up here I can take? Yes, there is. Black kiwi. Yum yum.
Here we go, guys.
Let's give him the usual.
Eat 'em.
Noah.
Come here. I got something for you. You're a lifesaver. Have it. Uppercut. Ground beat. Nothing going. Stop first. You can try a little harder. You're on fire, lad.
Well, they were no match for us.
We aced that one.
It kind of goes by so quick though that I'm actually happy.
Counting on you, Noah.
I'm just like, oh yeah, I killed you.
Got the initiative.
How close am I to a level up?
Come here. I got something for you. Thanks. Ground. Try a little harder.
Hey, you barely messed anything up today.
Broke, toppled, destroyed.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
You could. It might take a little while. I don't think enemies scale with you. I'm almost certain they do not.
Spark it. They found it.
I mean, we could go back and try and beat that level 42 enemy. Haste. Confused.
Come on, keep going. What were they gonna do? Make me yawn myself to death?
With a little speed swim animation. I also like that we have just the GPS constantly going. I'm just fragrantly never mind. Screw it. Screw it. Okay. Long cutscene, long gameplay segment, now long cutscene? Hell of a hotel. Colony 9. Be ever so humble, there's no place like home. Flame clock shows the amount of lives flames harvested. Defeated enemies, the amount of flame will decrease as time passes. Your character's stats will increase as the flame clock gauge fills up. So try to keep the gauge filled as much as possible to maintain the stat increase. Okay, alright. That is true. People have done massive leveling in certain spots long before they were supposed to. I definitely had that itch as a teenager to do that kind of stuff. Now as an adult, I'm like, I kind of just want to go through the game. Can't worry about debalancing some of the other parts of the game. Hello, who are you? I guess talking to people gets us bonus. Be careful, in it. Our flame clock is up by the an interesting little mechanic. Frame rate holds up pretty well from what I'm noting so far in dock mode.
And with how late we are, it should be empty too.
I would never do that on stream. Unless it was specifically a challenge. Oh, what we got going on? Wait, what's the rating on this game again? Cannot be co-ed showers. It is co-ed showers. Truly, the future is now.
Say, you know how you became an off-seer after what happened?
I guess. Yeah.
Does it still hurt?
No. I can't say I'm totally over it, but I'm getting there. I've sent so many of our comrades. A lot's happened. Both for me and those sent on. Anyway, worry about him.
Welcome to the naked part of the stream, Zachy.
Poor guy. Pushes himself too hard.
What can we do? He's been like this for ages.
I guess, but it does really state that the main character has no interest in her.
Apologize, so
Then again,
you know.
if you think about it, they only lived for 10 years, and
You guys talking about the battle? Don't worry about the bonus points.
I don't know, maybe they have no concept of sex.
The snuff you on about? I'll have you know I clocked up a fair bit more.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm the one who took the heavy off its hinges. They give you loads of points.
Ooh, big deal. If that heel had come a few seconds later, you'd be sleeping in the dirt.
Yeah, no, that was part of the plan. You couldn't tell. I just
Modesty?
felt like giving you the
Modesty?
credit. But don't worry, you can thank me later.
Do we have? I mean, there's nothing.
Right, Muppet Lands.
There's nothing sexual about this. It's just I'm kind of surprised that they are
Alright
just
then.
so open with
Off
each
to
other.
bed with me.
Yeah, all that walking's really done a number on me.
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
like boom, here it is.
Come on, let's go.
How about that swimsuit unit? How about that swimsuit unit, Zach? What are your thoughts thus far? I mean, probably a bigger deal for JP than it is for Global.
I might do some spot maintenance on our gear before I kit.
Lance, you're being very diligent.
They have this conversation. You have no complaints about the appearance? I would imagine few would. Yeah, that's probably a reasonable approach to take. I mean, I have horrible luck with beach units, so I really don't have too terribly much interest in getting the unit. But in terms of YouTube content, oh my goodness, have I been waiting for this to happen for a while.
An emergency assembly.
It's the crack of dawn, guys.
Why?
Why not?
No idea. We better take a look.
To get to the assembly point, we got to run through the Pharaonis interior.
I think no one knows that, Lance.
How to shut off the alarm. Darkfina is a really good unit.
Remind me, what are we lining up for here?
Royal decree from the castle. They say an enemy armored unit's approaching this area. Come on, man. I just got to sleep and everything.
Friend's fault for staying up late.
And whose fault was it I couldn't sleep? I asked you to do the maintenance on my power frame, but you totally messed up my settings.
Uh-huh. Ah, that probably different frame. Riku is popular guy bun, crushed by weight of fans asking to do favors. Sometimes mix up orders. Man, if configs bamboozle, why not fix by self?
That's why I didn't get any sleep, furball.
I'm here to announce today's mission. You have one target. It's currently on course for the suppression area here. Judging from the mass, it's expected to be large in size. And based on its speed, we estimate it will reach the Alfeto Valley at 0100 hours. Notably, the target's emitting a considerable amount of ether energy. As for your mission, deploy at the canyon by the designated time. Investigate and destroy the source of ether.
Commander, one question.
Go.
About this target. Can we assume it's from Agnes?
We don't know. We haven't been able to confirm, but it seems that they're also gunning for it. This would suggest it should be seen as part of a different enemy force. Combat with Agnian troops in the area is also expected. Details will be sent to your Iris after deployment. Clear? You are to remain vigilant throughout the operation. Dismissed.
Yeah, I've been doing a ton of streams this week. Not necessarily WOTIB stuff, but I put out a lot of content this week between all the new games. And I still haven't, I haven't even opened this yet. Look, it's Digimon, guys. We got a new Digimon game. I'm sure that there's people in my viewership that would absolutely love for me to dig into this, but not quite yet. It was this game like 2 months ago when I had very little to do. Now remember, the credit card is the most don't do that. Preparing for battle. An item that scales, sell one item, their only use is to be sold. So gather as many as you can, save lots of G for what you want to buy. Neat!
Let's get ourselves kitted out with some good gear for the road ahead.
There's so much choice.
Are you taking me through a tutorial to buy stuff in an RPG? God, I know that the technology was limited back then, guys, but you remember Final Fantasy 1? Remember how Final Fantasy 1 just kind of like, you started the game and the game just shrugged its shoulders and was like, nah, you can screw yourself. You can sell all of your equipment. You can put yourself in an unwinnable state right from the beginning.
Now it's riding time.
Hey, Jam. You found the Xenoblade 1 sound. Congratulations. Cost 830. Why did I buy that? That cost 830 gold. I could have bought... Actually, not a lot, actually. Shit. Holy... To use items, you need to equip items. Put on the new bronze time armor. Underwear. What a strange thing. I assume that the plot is going to kick in very, very quickly, and then there's just going to be a lot of plot to get through. I do believe there's a very important moment it's not too far away from where we are. Also, I swear the HP thing would have been better on, I don't know, tank.
What to buy?
So, hold on a second. Was the yellow... I missed it. Or I forgot it. Quickly. The yellow things are the ones that we can sell without worrying? I'm not really sure how to denote what is and is not capable of being sold. Mass deaths? I have quite the opposite feeling. Level 30, I get a second one. Like, this just seems way better on a tank. I don't know, game. I feel like your tutorial. I tried your tutorial, and it made me feel like a piece of shit. Tink, 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 tink. From quests in the menu, go to the Collectopedia card to check what someone needs. Helping them will deepen your affinity and give you rewards. I like rewards. Do you like rewards, chat? Of course you like rewards. I'm a little annoyed that there's a season pass thing behind my face, but... It is funny because if you play enough gacha games, there when you see that, like, the finger telling you what to click on, you have, like, zero chance to click on anything else. Which is funny because this game isn't remotely out. It's not Shin Megami Tensei designers as far as I know. Like, actually, so I tried downloading the Mega Man X-Dive mobile game, and it has, like, those incredibly, like, awful tutorials kind of thing. Where it's just like, here, click on this. Like, it's the angriest tutorialization I've ever kind of come across. Fall damage? There is. There actually was fall damage there. Fascinating. Well, it's nice to know I can get myself killed.
Let's get the rich fish meat from those.
Eat 'em! I really super appreciate, though, that the game is very, very good about telling me when I get the items that I'm actually supposed to be finding. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Like, it's just, I feel like it's really important when you have just these massively expanded games that just give you so much to do, that it's really, really, really nice when there's a little bit of just clarity. It's not even about, like, making things too obvious. It's just about making things a little less frustrating when you're going to make us do so much. Like another thing with Xenoblade 2, I don't remember it super well, but I don't remember it being super well directed. I know that this game does have fast travel systems, which is very nice. I appreciate that also in games.
Complete.
Right, cool. That's even better. That is so unobtrusive to my actual playing of the game.
We'll have to register the materials we gathered on Rold's Collectopedia card.
I was able to finish the quest without having to go back to him. I love that. I actually just love quality of life stuff that just makes my life easier. I'm here to play a game I'm not here to do a procedurally generated real life thing. I can do that enough. Strangers of Paradise is more fun. That's a good. You're a funny guy. Actually, block rate seems a little bit better on a tank. I'm gonna put the extra HP on my healer. By the way, Uni so far is kind of my favorite character. I really want to know why the one enemy harder is better. Not always. I don't really prefer my cake being harder. I'm curious about the glowing enemy, if it means like more rare drops. That's kind of my guess.
A container.
Do we fight?
Ooh. So some enemies are aggro to you and others do not. Again, not sure particularly why. So far, I really dig this game. I mean, Strangers of Paradise is a different type of thing, right? Like, some people prefer having that smash your head against a brick wall kind of problem. I have to say that I haven't enjoyed the Strangers of Paradise DLC because it feels bad to erase. Coming back to the DLC in that game felt very much like erasing a lot of my old progress, which feels bad. Just feels bad. The Strangers of Paradise DLC/game felt bad because of what it kind of did to my progress.
I practically know this one by heart.
You're a lifesaver. Extra! Power ring! Short strike! Arrow burst! Coming here! That was over way too soon.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
I want the rare item. I have to double check about which items I can sell and which I can't, because that's going to probably end up biting me sooner than later. Oh, look at the thing on top of the thing. There's a treasure chest up there, and I don't rightly know how we get to that one. I mean, there's a lot of work. Oh, here we go. Oh, slidey roofs. There's a container up there, and I am not sure how we get to it. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting mechanics that we haven't gotten into yet. But I think I'm going to call it quits for playing this for a little bit, because I did promise some Wotiv content tonight. We are going to switch over to Wotiv pretty quickly here. Lots of people to talk. Like, the world feels populated, which is nice. It does look like I do have to go back to him to finish off the quest. But I like that you can turn stuff in almost immediately. And it's very easy to figure out what I do need and what I don't need. So all of that is very good. I am complimenting the game. I believe that there is an autosave. Because, like, if you die, you just get sent back to whatever was the closest landmark. So if we died against those, like, easy enemies, we get sent back to the camp here. Just a reminder, too, I'm doing another live stream tomorrow morning. But not for this. I am jumping around so many games lately. Whoa, 480 experience, 5 SP. I like that it lets you shift through the menu and goes, no, that's not the right place. This is very Tales of Shadow Eye. Av's own aggro value. Neat. Cool. Cool. I think if we just go right in here, yeah. So I'll move my face out of the bay. So we have training drills, which are the testing things. We have tips, we have control guide, amiibo. You can receive a little reward by scanning any amiibo you might. Right. You might have to hand. Up to 3 amiibo can be scanned. I don't use amiibo because it feels weird. But just to look at the options, you do have English or Japanese voices. You have pretty nice control over how the audio sounds in the game. All about the notifications. It looks like you can actually turn tutorial notifications off, which is pretty cool. I mean, if I ever did a second playthrough, I'd really want to see if that works or not. The way I think it works, but kind of cool. Messages, whether you want stuff to autoplay or not. Display to do with party arts and enemy formation and all of this stuff. So I quite like the amount of stuff you have here. You also have difficulty settings, auto-activate quests, auto-display quest objectives. There's a lot of stuff, but it feels very, very good. And you have auto battle. Leave control of battles to the AI. Will not take effect in boss or unique monster battles. That's kind of interesting too. And just slum your way through the game. Medium. Oh, and look at that. Look at how beautiful this is. So it does have an autosave. Well, there is a 10-hour tutorial-ish that explains about the game's mechanics. Like, you get a gradual introduction of mechanics over those 10 hours. But as you could see, like, after we got out, we were basically put in the field to go about our own business, and as we're progressing through the game, it stops you at certain points and says, hey, here's the arts menu now. Here's the equipment menu now. Here's this kind of thing. So You know, I wouldn't say that it's too terribly grindy from my experience, or too hand-holdy. It doesn't feel that bad. My overall experience of this game thus far is really positive, and we're only an hour and 25 minutes in. But I promised a little bit of wotive, so I'm going to quickly switch over. I'll be right back in a second.